welcome on stage, it's Mark! Come on, everyone, come on! Good evening, Hammersmith Apollo. Oh, no. You lied to me, Sharon. Are we well, ladies and gents? Yeah. You lucky sods. Yep, my name's Mark, and I suffer from chronic fatigue syndrome. So for the next few minutes, it's going to be all about me. Sorry, Emmy. I always get that wrong. I've had it now for 5 years, and it's getting to be like pain in the backside now, but that might just be me hemorrhoids. When I first got the symptoms, I wasn't too sure what was wrong, so I was back and forth to the GP all the time, and we were going through process of elimination. One stage he said it could be restless legs. Restless legs. They're in agony. I don't want to move. I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to sleep. How can they be restless? And another suggestion was polymyalgia. Now, as you can tell, I'm not the most medically minded of people, but I thought that was a short-sighted parrot. I heard one groan there. That's a result. But in the end, I got referred to a rheumatologist, and he was the one who diagnosed me with a chronic fatigue. Well, I say he diagnosed. He just went around telling that to everyone. Rumour. But recently, I had my ATOS update assessment. They now call themselves Independent Assessment Services. But as Shakespeare said, an ATOS by any other name is still an ATOS. And I have to admit, yes, I am a Tranmere Rovers supporter. Is it any wonder I've also got depression? I have to admit as well, I do have a season ticket for them. I don't know why, because they've never come to see me when I've been bad. I remember years ago in the early 80s when I first went, I wasn't too sure which way to go. So I was asked this fella in the street, which way is it to the ground? He said, oh, I'm not quite too sure, just follow the crowds, I suppose. So I did that. I ended up in Sainsbury's. Also, while I'm getting things off my chest and admitting to things, I do have an electronic tag. I know there's a stigma to it all. People think, oh, he's a bad lad and everything, but I don't see it like that. I see it as saving 50p each way through the tunnel. I used to be a student. Any students in tonight? A couple. Yeah, I was in this really stunning, beautiful metropolis that is called Barnsley. People from Barnsley in tonight, I see. It's one of these... His laugh should be on the NHS. It really should. It's one of these stereotypical South Yorkshire ex-mining towns where you get your teeth smashed in just for sounding differently. And that's just by the women. But with that, I did get called love quite a lot. And especially by other men, which really surprised me. I remember the first time that happened, there was a newsagent just across the road from where I lived. And I went in, bought me paper. I said, that's 40p, please, love. But, hey, hang on. I'm flattered. I'm not that way, but I am flattered. Then my housemate went in, got his stuff, and said, that's 60p, please, love. But, hang on. You just called me love. You just called him love. You're a slag. But, I say I was a student there, studied journalism. I graduated there. I got a job as a reporter back here, so took that while I could. And I remember one time I got sent out to cover someone, comedian called Sam Avery? Nah, me either. But that was a long night. And I don't mean in a Ken Dodd style. Talking of roughly of Doddy, I've never understood why other comedians sign off saying, I've been. Well, if that's who they've been, who are they now? Is this a tax dodge? Is that how he got away with it? But they say, and remember the old rhyme, Monday's child is fair of face, Tuesday's child is full of grace. Well, I was born on a Tuesday, so that's proof that's a load of old bollocks, isn't it? But you wouldn't believe this, look at me, but I do actually have a girlfriend. No. Eventually, thank you. Yeah, we've been together a few months now. She's got 2 kids from a previous relationship, and I've got to know them quite well, and they seem to have accepted me into the family, which is great. Except at one stage, just after we'd got together, a daughter twice. Now remember, my name's Mark. She called me Steve, which then in turn led my girlfriend to call me James. Now, either these are 2 good ones who got away, or they're both tossers and I remind them of the pair of them. Probably going to be the latter, isn't it? But the kids have been saying to me a lot of late, things like, when are you going to propose? When are you going to get married? When you propose, can we be there with you? When are you going to, will you hurry up and just propose? I think they're trying to tell me something, but I'm not too sure what it is. If anyone's got any help there, they can let me know. That'd be great. I have to say, despite all that, a couple of weeks ago, girlfriend did give me this box. Just bear with me a sec. Don't think it won't open, no. And then with these keys, she asked me to move in with her. I think it broke her heart. I said yes. But with the keys came this key ring. It says, keep calm and support Tranmere. Bless her, she doesn't realise the 2 things are mutually exclusive. Now, these also say that cats have 9 lives. I'm starting to wonder how many the hamsters have. He's flipped a dragster. He's just rolled his £1 million electronic sports car downhill. He's crashed other times. He must be on about 7 or 8 himself now. Richard Hammond, come on. He's all right, it's fine. Do any of you ever listen to Ken Bruce on Radio 2? Yeah. So you know about who Lynn Bowles is, the traffic reporter. When she mentions about the Hanger Lane gyratory, do you ever think that's a bit early to be getting into a lap dancing bar? Just one more thing before I go. Don't forget, if any of you have ever been hit by a rhythm stick, you may just be entitled to a personal Ian Jory claim. And on that, thank you very much. I've been Mark, and now Jimmy Carr.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Mark!